All right, guys, welcome back. So last week I posted a video from Anaheim, and there was a lot of questions about what we were doing with this player and how we got the improvement that we did. So it was a pretty standard movement pattern that I see on the road. A lot of players don't get enough depth in their backswing, and a lot of times it comes from their lack of understanding how to move their body properly. So I'm going to take you through everything that I worked on with this player, how we got him in position to make solid strikes, and how it can help you with your game. So go ahead and set up here real quick, Max. Now, I see this way too often. Players go back and they have no turn in their hips, and their shoulders have nowhere they can go, and then the club goes straight up. So when Max does this, he's got the handle pretty close to the toes. Now, that's something I see a lot of out of the steep slicer. From that position, odds are a player is going to start working that club way too far out, shaft's going to steepen, and they're going to throw everything across. So if we can fix that backswing, you are instantly going to put yourself in position where a lot of things start changing in your golf swing. A lot of it's just due to physics. If I put a force on that handle and I get in here and the force is moving out, that club head wants to fall behind me. If it's going down, it wants to steepen. Now, if I have a player who can't get the club head or get the handle past their shoes in their takeaway, then they are going to have to work massively down to get down to the golf ball. If they get a big turn and get the club farther behind them, that handle is going to have to work more out. So that's going to put that outward force on the handle, and for most players, it's going to get the club head to start shallowing a little bit better behind their hands, putting them in a position to get a good strike. So what we did with this player, go ahead and set up here. The first thing I did was go after the hip. So start turning back for me. I worked on cranking the hip. Now, when I was moving his right hip, that got the right leg to start extending in his backswing, which put him in a position where everything was starting to move more fluidly. So from there, we turned these shoulders, okay? That got him in a position where he could achieve depth. Now, Max does it pretty well on his own here. He's got good depth there. But this player still got in a position, even with the turn, where he would lift up, get really narrow with the club, and keep everything way too far out. So we started working on adding width. Width is incredibly important. So when I get in here, I push the lead arm away. I wanted this player to feel he had a straight lead arm. Then when he got his turn, that got the club more towards the heel. That put him in the position. Now, width versus narrow is very important. You see a lot of long drivers get pretty narrow and throw their angles out. Most players are going to struggle with that position and have a lot of timing into impact and not be able to time it up. So I like most amateur golfers to feel that their arms are going to stay wide away from their body in their backswings. Hey guys, if you're interested in seeing what I can do with your golf swing, this is your opportunity. Check down below, see all the dates of my golf schools. Send me an email, let's get you signed up. The feel that most players are gonna get is that their right arm stays straighter. Now, we all know in a good golf swing there's gonna be bend, but if you can feel you're pushing that right arm away, especially as you're building movement patterns, that's gonna help you add width in your backswing. So the last thing we had to do with this player was clean up his contact. Now, when he started making the changes in terms of the width and the big turn, the shaft started working nicely, but he didn't get his pressure into his lead side. Now, that can be a killer move for players. If you're hanging back on the trail side, there's gonna be a lot of issues because low point is gonna go behind the golf ball. So we worked on feeling drift, okay? So go back up to the top for me. Drift is simply getting a little bit of movement into that lead side before you start unraveling. Now, a lot of players feel that drift is going to need to come from their trail leg. If you get in here and you push too hard, now you've created a problem. I like players like this one to feel that they are just going to lean back into their lead foot. So feel a crunch in your lead side. That will help put you in a position where you're getting that pressure back into the front foot without driving everything towards the target and having to create a whole bunch of offsetting tilts. I hope this explanation makes it clear what we did with this player, and I hope that you can take some of these elements and put it into your own game to start shooting lower scores. Hope to see you guys next week. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Thanks a lot, you guys.